Brought to you by Coca-Cola, sharing in the real magic of football.
Welcome one and all. This is the 12th man here on TTT Season 5. We have a lot in store for you today. We have a program with a difference. We have always been talking a lot about the English Premier League. We're going to try to change it today by talking with others. But let's go to the thoughts. In England, and I start in England, it's still Liverpool who lead. Liverpool lead. Arsenal and Nottingham Forest are joint second position in terms of points. And then we are seeing, making up some ground, Chelsea is right there. And also Manchester City. They started to win. So some of their fans are crawling out from under the table. And they're getting a little bit happy. They've won 2 games in a row. We'll see how they progress. Over in Italy, Atalanta have a lead. But just understanding the numbers, only just in terms of points over, Napoli have a lead, Atalanta are in second position, and also making up ground, Inter Milan, Juventus in 5th, and AC Milan, I'd like to say, are in 8th at this moment, nevertheless, as it goes. And over in Spain, well, Barcelona fans not very happy. They won a game though yesterday, Wednesday, and they're into the finals, so they'll play in the finals on Sunday against Real Madrid. So we'll see if the Barcelona fans can return, a smile can return to most of the Barcelona fans. Paris Saint-Germain elsewhere are leading in France. And of course, over in Germany, Harry Kane might finally get a trophy with Bayern Munich. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we're going Italy. We're going to meet some of the Italians, not the mob. Well, 1 or 2 of them look like that. But we're going to be going to Italy, and we're also going to Spain. We'll be back here on the 12th man.
During the weekends, we do like a grill in a come-together like sort of party. It's a community event, so people have to eat and have their bellies full to think a little bit faster when they are playing. You know you have bragging rights in the hood. I'm like, my guy won the game. The taste of victory.
It's savings and big discounts when you shop at Fens nationwide. Upgrade your home or treat yourself to something special. Enjoy store-wide savings on furniture, appliances, electronics, bedroom, and so much more when you shop at Fens of Marbella, Penal, and Wrightson Road, Port of Spain. Visit us in-store for more information or call 650-FENS, that's 650-3367, or check us out on Facebook, Fens of Trinidad and Tobago, serving generations.
Hey football fans, this is Shaka Hislop. Football fever returns to Trinidad and Tobago, and for many, this is the best time of their life. In Trinidad and Tobago, nothing beats a good old talk. The banter, the heckling, the teasing. And in season 5 of the 12th Man, Andre Batiste is committed to delivering your voice and your team. Tough man is on and better than ever. And only say a prayer for Andre, please. Let's pray together that this is Arsenal's year. Lord knows we've been laughing at him long enough.
Welcome back. This is the 12th man here on TTT. All right, let me start by introducing the guests we have. As I told you, we have some Italians here, and we also have a Spanish. Yeah, he does look Spanish. All right, so let's start. Andre Suklal. Andre, welcome. Andre is a supporter of Inter Milan. Andre, why Inter Milan? Why would a man who apparently has your sense, we were told, why would someone choose an Italian club?
Yes. That's a question I get asked a lot in Trinidad. It confuses people. Even when I'm walking on the streets, people ask me if I borrow this jersey. It's offensive. But anyway, since I was a kid, maybe I was 5 years old, I was looking at Serie A. My family likes Italian football.
Okay.
And I just kind of had a liking for the German trio. Even though I was a kid, I understood, football for whatever reason.
Right.
And then, I eventually, the real deal that sealed me over at Inter Milan was a player called Javier Zanetti. He's an Argentinian. He was a captain for 20 years. So that was really when I solidified my Inter Milan love.
You said your family like it. Who the other family members are also Inter Milan?
Yeah, well, they like Italian football.
Right.
That's a whole other story. But they were very football savvy.
Right.
So I got to see things maybe a little bit differently from everybody else. Everybody was looking at the Premiership.
Yes.
So I was getting to see the European football, Dutch, and all these things.
Yes.
But Inter Milan and what they stood for. I mean, again, all philosophical here.
Yeah, of course.
But they have as my AC Milan brother here will talk about it in a while. The reason why they created Inter Milan is because at one point in time, international players were not allowed to play in Milan. And that's what really caused the difference between the two clubs. And Inter Milan broke away with the name International. And that's what it became. That's something I liked.
Like that?
Yeah. And plus, they have a lot of Argentinians. Which
Any
I like.
regrets? Any regrets that you're Inter Milan fan? Any regrets?
Nah, no regrets.
Who would be the best coach you ever had?
I would say Mourinho is probably the best.
Mourinho?
Yeah. If I want to get historical, I'm going to Wikipedia and Google.
Right.
Helena Herrera.
Right.
He was the Argent when they won the Champions League way back in the 60s twice.
Right.
But Mourinho is my favorite.
Mourinho. All right, let's talk to the other man who supports the other side. If you want to look at it that way, AC Milan. Isan, I'm going to welcome Isan Lewis. Why AC Milan?
Because when I started following football, they were the most successful team in the world. They also are like originality, and they're the original Milan club. And also I loved Brazilian football, and in the late 90s, early 20s, Milan had a lot of Brazilian footballers as well. So that's where the love for Milan came. And then when I started looking at the history, Berlusconi bought Milan the year I was born, and then he brought the Dutch trio together, which really invigorated Italian football, the way they played with Sochi and Capello. That's why.
You never wanted to change because you would have grown up in an age where the English Premiership was beginning to really come to rise, Isan.
Yeah, and I used to watch a lot of Premier League football, but and at that time, the transition, it was mostly a lot of Italian football on TV, and then it started moving to the Premier League. But in Champions League, Milan always showed up, and they have 7 Champions Leagues. So for me, it was always about Milan. No matter about the Premier League, it's fine. The way they play in Italy is very technical, and that's how I like to watch football.
And you would have watched the game, and I want to come back to it before I go. There was a final yesterday. Tell us about that.
So the final was actually, I believe it would have been on Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Right?
Tuesday.
Yeah, it was on Tuesday. The final was it was played in Riyadh, in Saudi Arabia. It was the Super Copa final,
right?
Which is basically the top 14, the best 4 teams from Italy in the previous season. So this tournament used to be at the beginning of the season. It used to be the friendly.
Right.
But now they put it in the middle of the season just to kind of make it more competitive and also for money. And Milan, came back from 2 goals behind to beat Inter in the last minute of the game on Tuesday.
Oh, how was it for you? I remember calling you just as the game was over.
Yeah. I remember to be fair, I wasn't sure I was going to come on unless Milan,
No, it's okay.
kind of
Yeah.
won it. But that was our first trophy in like 5 years. The first time we won the Super Copa in 9 years. So it's nice.
New coach.
A new coach as well.
Right.
Actually, he was the coach I wanted Milan
Okay.
to sign in the beginning of the summer, but we went with Fonseca instead, and then we changed it. He actually created history. He became the fastest coach to win a trophy as an AC Milan manager.
I saw him with a massive cigar in his mouth in the dressing room.
Yeah, that's always his
trademark.
Yeah, that's his trademark for when he wins.
Andre, now I must ask you. You were on the other side of the coin. You were leading by 2 goals. What happened? What went wrong?
The thing is, any Inter Milan fan knows this about Inter Milan. You know, you really don't know what to expect with Inter Milan. Even when they were winning 2-0, you know, we were all sitting there and I was like, something is going to happen. It's never straightforward in Inter Milan. That's kind of the things that Inter Milan is known for. People who support Inter Milan generally a little bit crazy. I'm saying that. And, you know, we're talking about that with Arsenal fans off here, but
yes,
that's the other thing. But it was hard to watch because you saw Inter Milan just basically throw away the game.
Right.
And you saw Milan that was resurgent under Conceição. When they hired him, I was kind of like, oh gosh, this guy going to be a problem because he knows how to rally teams.
Right.
So even though Inter Milan were winning 2-0, they basically were very complacent and watching them throw away that lead because we were winning that. We basically had Milan's number for a few years. So, you know, no matter how much times you win, it always hurts to lose to AC Milan. So
we haven't this season though.
Yeah,
that's the second time we lost to them.
And we came from behind twice.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, let's go to a man who as we would have heard Asan mention that they have 7 Champions League. Only one person has more. That's Real Madrid, 15 Champions League title. And so we welcome Christian Vasquez. Christian, you are the youngest on the set. You are a Real Madrid supporter. Why? And welcome.
Good night, Andres, and good night, everyone that is tuning in. Yeah, so I'm a Real Madrid supporter because of the passion that the club has with regards to the fans, the players, and just the atmosphere, generally speaking. I began to support the team from 2014 to /2015, that time of the season. And, you know, admiring Cristiano Ronaldo, Sergio Ramos, Luka Modric, all those players. And Luka Modric is still playing, you know, at 39 years at Madrid today. And, you know, I just like the atmosphere. I love the passion that they have. Real Madrid is a club that's full of surprises. And I like how they are very, you know, they are loyal. They are very maintain high standards and, you know, have very high expectations of, you know, their players and just the atmosphere generally. And I myself have high expectations of myself. So I think that is why I support that team. I gel with it.
We're going to a bad patch in the Champions League, though. What's going on?
I think with regards to the Champions League, this is something that is pretty new. And, you know,
format.
Yeah, and with regards to the arrival of the new player, Kylian Mbappe.
You like him?
He is a great player, but I know that he still needs to adjust with regards to the tactics of the club. I know that coming from PSG now into Madrid, he's on a different era now playing in Spain. He's now not the main focus of attention. He needs to be able to work as a team and be a team player and team member. And I think that's what needs to be done. Definitely a problem I definitely observe is with regards to the loss of Toni Kroos. That is something that is not, you know, being mentioned about. There's not this tactician in the middle of the park with regards to dictating the pace of the game, whether to slow it down or to speed it up. So I think they need that person in the middle of the park to be able to bring things back together.
You have a lot of youngsters. You have young Gula. You have a lot of youngsters on the bench. Who you could give. He's 18, 19 years old. He played for Turkey. He's a good player. All right, but besides that, you play Sunday against Barcelona. I mean, what are you feeling about Barcelona? They seem to have gone off.
Yeah. With regards to Barcelona, I think we would be able to win that game. With regards to the experience from last year, in terms of beating Barcelona in the Supercopa de España as well. And, you know, with the arrival of Jude Bellingham, I think we will be able to replicate that as well. Being realistic with
it. Say it again. I want you to see what's going to happen on Sunday.
We're going to beat Barcelona this Sunday in the Supercopa. Yeah, I think we will be able to replicate that. And I could see it going down to 3-2. I know it will
3-2, so close?
Yeah, I could see it going that close because Barca would still want to be able to not make the mistakes that they made last year. But I know Real Madrid is going to have the edge, and definitely with Jude Bellingham there, I know that that young man is full of surprises. I think he could pull that last-minute winner.
All right, so let me ask you quickly. So because the guys in the studio they are some Barcelona fans, of course, so they're a little bit upset, which is normal. But because they lose regularly. All right, but let me come back to this other point. As you look, which team you want to lose? Which team you like to lose the most?
Which team I would for them to like the
No, which team when they lose you're the happiest?
Definitely Barcelona, I would say.
All right. No, 30 point and exact. Same thing, Isan?
Actually, you would think it's Inter Milan.
Yeah, I would think
but
so.
But it's Juventus.
Huh?
Yeah.
Why? Because
in Italy, Juventus is the biggest team.
The old lady, as they call it, right?
The old lady.
Yeah.
And then it's Milan is after. And so everybody in Italy that lives in Italy, there's the Juventus fans all over Italy. So we like when Juventus loses.
Okay, well, it makes sense because they come like the leading team for one time. They were at least at one time the leading team.
Yeah.
Let me hear Andre.
Well, I mean, it sounds like we agree. You know, the Milan allies for at least with one thing.
Right.
Juventus drives me crazy. I enjoy it. I love it when they lose.
Me too.
It makes my day when they lose. You know, because of all the corruption scandals, you know, they always getting away with things, they get in court, they
you feel they are more corrupted than your teams?
I think
yes.
I think 100% yes. Yeah. I think Juventus is just they do wear those stripes for a reason.
Yeah.
Wow.
Boom.
All right.
Well, that was a good one.
Indeed.
That
All
was
right.
a good one.
On that stripe note, we take a short break. We'll be back.
During the weekends, we do like a grill in a come-together like sort of party. It's a community event, so people have to eat and have their bellies full to think a little bit faster when they are playing. You know you have bragging rights in the hood. I'm like, my guy won the game. The taste of victory.
Best friend is zest, but they're taking the word out of context. Zest means great enthusiasm and to have great energy, so they should have some zest to make a better country. Da da da, dee da do.
I'm Renee Sion with another edition of Caribbean Week in Review.
There is no need to suffer. You can come down to the Optimal Life Wellness Center where it is safe, it is affordable.
You don't have to take my word for it. You can come down to Optimal Life Wellness Center and see for yourself and experience for yourself what I have experienced. The life I now live is a lot healthier and more fulfilling. These products have actually given me a sense of a future and very, very important.
So you feel bounce. Kyrie, try your bounce to this. Uptown dancers, we are not done to this. Jump again, jump and shake the ground again. Give with all the fun and them. No place like home. Find city, tell me how you feel. Oh, Lord is the I can't wait to jump up in a bed. I can't wait to mash up in a bed. I can't wait to get on.
Football is back, and with it, sporting fans, so is the 12th man. It's new, it's different, it's interactive, and most of all, it's fun. This is Mikey Holding, giving a big shout out to the one and only Andre Errol Baptiste, the original 12th man, back again for a record-breaking 5th season on TTT. Join and share in the smiles and more on the 12th man.
Welcome back, welcome back. This is the 12th man here on TTT. We're up to 412 guests, 412 new guests. All right, so let's go. Question number 1 brought to you by Coca-Cola. Question number 1. Right, and this would apply to everybody here. What would you compare to winning the Champion League in 2025? Everybody here has a chance to win the Champion League. Falling in love, all right? Anyway, your first kiss, getting married, I don't know why I feel, anyway, I want to say who write this question, but I don't want to say it. Getting divorced, birth of your first child, a hole-in-one, golf, getting it, getting a promotion, nothing can compare. All right, so if you won the Champion League in 2025, which one of these? Nothing can compare, getting a promotion in your job, I presume, a hole-in-one, the birth of your first child, getting divorced, then getting married and getting divorced. All right, anyway, your first kiss and falling in love. Let me start with the youngest man here, because I don't know how many of these apply to him. So I'm going to start with the youngest man here, obviously. So Christian Vasquez, if Real Madrid was to go on and win the Champions League for the 16th time, which one of these you feel would compare or none?
I will go with the last answer. For me, 8, nothing can compare, because I mean, Real Madrid they're the kings of Europe. They're used to with regards to winning Champions League. They have 15 right now. I know currently they're not doing well with regards to the UCL, but I know that they will be able to make a way, and definitely nothing can compare to that, because we're so used to it.
Well, we know you, based on what we see here, I know, anyway, go ahead. All right, let's go. Ehsan, come on. Which one of these compare? You won 7 Champions League, you want to get number 8.
Yeah, I would have to say I'm going to have to say the birth of my first child, even though I don't have a child. I'm just going to, I don't have a kid yet, but I could imagine how euphoric it is.
That you want a kid? Are we telling your father?
No.
Okay.
But somebody, anyway. No.
All right.
Anyway,
somebody out there is telling you he wants a kid. Yes. But go ahead. I don't want to call no names. I could.
But yeah, I would say, because, you know, that date is never going to change.
Right.
And it's always going to be a joyful
certainly
memory, you know. So for me, I'll have to say it feel like, you know, I had a...
All right, Andre Sukla has to be careful with his answer. He's one man who has to be careful in the studio right now. So I want him to be very careful. Andre Sukla, don't look anywhere, look straight in front.
Straight ahead.
Look straight ahead.
Don't copy in any exams.
Don't copy in any exam. Don't look to your left.
I would say...
Which one?
I would go with the safe answer, which is nothing could compare. Which is the truth. I ain't lying about that one. Because I'm not married. Don't have any kids. So a lot of them don't apply to me. So... I'll go with D.
I have nothing to say.
Yes. So that's a diplomatic response.
I have nothing to say.
So
you're going with nothing can compare?
Yeah. That's...
All right.
Yes.
All right, your answer indeed. All right, let's move on, people. If we don't see him again for a while, we know why. Question number 2. Question number 2. Which movie series can inspire your team to more success and why? All right. Star Trek, Austin Power, that's very good back in time there. Fast and Furious, Twilight.
Oh my God.
Love story. Lord of the Rings, Matrix, Madea, comedy, Pirates of the Caribbean. So which one of these you feel can inspire your team? Which one of these series? Some of them are movies that became, like trilogy or the case maybe. Pirates of the Caribbean, Madea, there's a number of Madea movies. Matrix, there's a number of Matrix. Lord of the Rings, there's at least 3, if not more. Twilight, there's a lot of that as well. Fast and Furious, they've gone into 10, where are we? 10 or 11?
It's like 10 million.
10 or, a lot of Fast and Furious.
In space now,
Yeah.
in space.
Austin Power, there was a series, and of course Star Trek, well, they probably have, enough Star Trek.
Yeah.
Movie and series. All right, Ehsan, which one for you?
I'm going to go with Lord of the Rings. And
why?
the reason why is because in the Lord of the Rings, these people came together for one goal, to save the world. And, you know, if our team watch that...
AC Milan.
If Milan watches that movie, hopefully they can get inspired to rally together and win the Coppa Italia or the league, you know?
Not
or
the Champions League.
Or the Champions League.
I want to know.
But no, I don't really... I'm a realistic person.
Of course,
I don't think our chances of winning the Champions League is very high this season.
All right, you're going for that.
So
you're going for Lord of the Rings.
Domestic, yeah, Lord of the Rings.
Well, and which one of your players is Gandalf?
Maratta.
Maratta?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Morata, interesting.
He's the old horse in the group.
Yeah, he is the old
You know,
horse.
he knows how to
Spanish captain.
cook. Yeah, you know how to
Spanish.
cook up some magic
Yeah.
sometimes.
All right, Andre Suklal, which one of those for you?
I
Inter Milan.
would have loved to have said The Matrix. That's one of my favorite shows ever.
Yeah.
But knowing my team all these years, you know, I would go with the Pirates of the Caribbean. Basically because, yeah, I know. We are a very crazy team.
Right.
You know, Jack Sparrow.
Who is Jack Sparrow in your team?
I know. So, oh gosh, that could be the entire team. But how Inter Milan operates,
yes,
I think we very much like Jack Sparrow, where we could be very comedic and some people could not take them seriously at a glance. But then he has his genius moments. Like in the movie, you would see Jack Sparrow escaping in these ridiculous
I was
scenarios.
thinking Lotario Martinez. I was thinking Martinez.
Martinez.
Lotario Martinez.
Lautaro could be a nice.
Yeah.
He could be a.
Jack. He have that tendency to be erratic.
Yes, the Barella on the team, he's very erratic.
They have a bunch of erratic.
Yeah, we have some really erratic players.
Good point.
Yes, it's a team, and I'm very honest about that. So I think
Pirates of the
Caribbean for sure.
All right, Pirates. Let's go. Question number 3 again, brought to you by Coca-Cola. Let's go. If you could cook, what meal would you eat if your team won a trophy? Okay, well, this is a good question because your team would have won a trophy this week. Lobster and vegetables. Oh, that sounds good. Chicken, beef pilau, turkey and mashed potato, oxtail with okra and rice, steak and fries. Wow, look at this sort of food here. Shrimp lo mein or crab and kalaloo. Wow, let's go over this again. If your team won a trophy, crab and kalaloo, shrimp, lo mein, steak and fries, oxtail with okra and rice, turkey and mashed potato, chicken, beef, pilau, or lobster and vegetables. Andre, which one for you?
Oh, let's see.
Your team win a trophy. We know they didn't win this, but let's just assume they win.
Yeah, hopefully we'll win some in the future.
Yes.
Now, normally the easy thing to say is Italian food, man. I've really seen that there. But since they are an international team, and it's a global team, I'll introduce them to a Trinidadian style. Maybe some, I can't remember the choices, I've only seen A to C, but I remember there was the kalaloo thing.
Yes.
Yeah, that one. Whatever choice that
Kalaloo.
was.
All right, kalaloo. Which one for you?
Yeah, similar to him, you know, Italy, Milan just won. I, prefer to have like a glass of wine and some pasta, but
yes.
I'm gonna go. I will have to cook them the beef pilau.
You could cook?
Yeah, I could cook. I mean, I could make pilau too.
You can make pilau.
I mean,
you could cook.
I could cook.
No, you're telling us you could cook or you can make pilau.
I could do both.
But both of one is the same thing, eh? You see what I mean? Right? That's what you had to do with the other deal with these AC Milan men at the end of the day. All right, let's go back to question number 2 because I was told that I left out Christian. So let's go back to question number 2. If you don't mind, question number 2, Christian, which one of these series for you? Which one?
I would go with option C, Fast and Furious. I know it's a popular blockbuster movie, and I know it's going on its 11th movie this year. And, same thing with Real Madrid, is a blockbuster team with regards to being in Spain. And, I think that would be a lot of encouragement and motivation. It's an exact replica of a movie and a football club. I think that they really match each other. And Real Madrid play fast and they play furiously in order to win.
Wow, man, a real talk here, boy. Man, jump real talk on me.
You understand what's in more?
All right.
I was quiet.
All right, let's go. Now, this is the real test in terms of cooking. Can you cook, Christian?
Not really, but I mean...
Wait, no, hold on. You see an answer like not really? It's an answer I don't understand. It's either yes, you could cook, or no, you can't cook.
Well, I won't disclose my age, but I know I'm in my 20s and I'm in the process of learning. So it's not like a definite answer, but I'm learning how to cook certain
Okay, so what have you learned recently?
I've basically learned like baked chicken, rice, and macaroni pie. That was...
Oh, so you've cooked it, you have cooked them, you have actually... Oh, you just learn how to cook?
I learned how to cook and just helped in the process.
No problem.
But not a chef, not an expert.
No. So which one of those, which one for you? What would you celebrate with, even though you can't cook?
I would go with option A, the lobster and the vegetables.
All right.
I think it's a suitable option.
For Real Madrid?
For Real Madrid.
Yeah, you all have expensive taste. And the lobster, they have expensive taste. They win a lot. All right. On that note, we take a short break. We'll be back.
During the weekends, we do like a grill. in a come-together-like sort of party. It's a community event, so people have to eat and have their bellies full to think a little bit faster when they are playing. You know you have bragging rights in your hood. I'm like, my guy won the game. The taste of victory.
Health and wellness, the core of our existence on planet Earth. Let us hear the voices of our very own citizens, our local and regional medical community, scientists and climatologists. Caribbean Medical TV is geared to developing a consciousness in our people in terms of our health and lifestyle. Knowledge is a very powerful tool, and we must empower ourselves with the information to protect against chronic and other related diseases. From the impact of climate change on our health to NCDs, Season 3 of Caribbean Medical TV tackles the challenges we all face, giving our citizens hope for a better tomorrow. Caribbean Medical TV on this station.
TGT News, online and fully interactive. Follow us on social media at TGT Live Online.
A new season equals new dreams, and many football fans are dreaming of their team actually winning this season. But the reality is that only one team can win. So many will just be dreaming and wishing and hoping that their team can deliver. Manchester City, Liverpool, Chelsea. Notice I have not mentioned Arsenal. Don't be upset, I'm not mentioning Man U either. This is Atto Bolden inviting all of you to follow the 12th man as they celebrate a new season, Season 5 on TTT, and enjoy the ride.
Welcome back, welcome back. Next up is the Fantasy Premier League, and we're going to give the gentlemen here, some of them play. I'm going to give them a little time to check their scores, because some of them haven't checked their scores in almost 4 or 5 months. All right? Well, and if they haven't checked their scores, you know what that means. They're not doing very well. All right? Let me not waste time on it. All right, let's go. Let's look at the top persons in Trinidad and Tobago, and there you're seeing the points in the 1,360. Marius, Clement, Keston, Crislow, Nyron Wall, and you've seen all the different names. Troy Charles, Wenger Boys, he's an Arsenal man, he's in 6. And the name of his team is Wenger Boys. All right, anyway. And then Sharon Jabari Charles. Leave him alone, please, Asan, and let's go. Let's go to the next list of 10. The next list of 10. And there you're seeing all of the different persons. Chikisi Robinson was on the show. He's in 12th position. That's the top 20 in Trinidad and Tobago in terms of points. Let's look at the team of the week. Team of the week, and you've seen all the different players. Bournemouth doing well, Brentford doing well, Nottingham Forest surprising everybody with their performance so far. They're in 3rd position, joint points as Arsenal. Haaland returned to scoring, finally scored a double for his team, so he's back in a scoring form. So maybe many people who would have dropped Haaland, Marvin, might be going back to Haaland now. Some people, not all, but some might be doing that. All right, let's look at the ins and out, who's in and who's out. There's the ins, Gordon, the regular goal scorer for Newcastle, the youngster. Hall, Savio, Man City again. So, and Isak, who has scored in every game he's played with in recent times for Newcastle. He's the informed striker. He's from Sweden. And let's see who's out. Nicholas Jackson, the Chelsea fans have dismissed him. Madison has gone. Luis Diaz, Kuna, and Enzo from Chelsea. Enzo, of course, Enzo Fernandez, the Argentine. All right. You don't play. You're the youngest here. Why don't you play Christian? Why? Because why?
I don't know. I just honestly never got the time to be able to really look into the fantasy football league. But that's the reason why.
But you have friends who play obviously. You have any friends who play?
Not that I know. I don't know any friends who play the fantasy football league currently.
Isan, any reason why you never checked your points in a long time?
I had other more important things than the fantasy, but I am still in it, and I still have Haaland in my team. So
You still have Haaland?
Yeah.
He never changed?
I haven't changed my team from the first week, so I'm not too sure exactly. I might have, I had to go and check it now, but I do have some other friends that play in it, and they enjoy it. Yeah, they enjoy it.
It's a nice bit. Andre?
Yes. So I usually, and I said this the last time we spoke, I was real into it, and then the last couple of years I completely fell off. I'll make, literally on the first match day, I'll make a team, and then after 3 match days, I don't know, I'll just pay attention, I'll lose focus. And that's always happened.
So you have the same, you just like Asan, you have the same team.
Yeah, and I started off good. The first match day, and I don't know what the score is now, but I still have Haaland on my team.
Yeah. Right. Everybody who started would have started with Haaland, I think.
Yeah.
It was
but I don't pay attention, which is bad. I like it, I used to enjoy it a lot.
Yeah.
I just don't get it.
I think it's good talk, and it makes you interested in other matches besides team matches that your team plays, the team plays.
But Serie A also has a fantasy
Yeah,
league.
but it's not as popular because
maybe not here so much.
Maybe not in Trinidad.
Not in Trinidad.
Yeah, they have a couple.
All right, let's go to the new segment we have. Let's go.
You think you coulda get in on my feelings? You coulda get me fi settle down. Me give ya hit and run.
All right, hit and run. Now let me explain that for you all. This is about football. Let's stay on football, hit and run. I know the song have implications, but this is about football. And the song really is about telling us which player from your team you would like to get rid of. Hit and run. In other words, a player you feel you could sell and remove automatically from your team. So let's start with Christian. Christian, who from your team at Real Madrid, is there anybody you want to say, okay, you know what? Move on. I don't want you on the team anymore. And why?
Definitely, I would say the centre-back, Jesus Vallejo. That guy, he's just taking up space and he's not really doing anything. He's not really getting any game time. I mean, he's getting to win trophies with just being on the bench and the reserves. And I would like to get rid of him to replace him with a more of a world-class centre-back. Possibly William Saliba or Ruben Dias from Man City. Which might be impossible.
Behave yourself now, boy.
If you get Saliba, you want to
Boy, behave yourself now, boy. Behave yourself now, boy.
You know what I mean?
Behave yourself, boy. Think about Barcelona here. Don't think about Arsenal in your mind. Don't let Arsenal cross your mind. Don't let Arsenal cross your mind. Come, Mr. Asan. You try to insinuate things here. Who you want to get rid of?
So the player that the person I really wanted to get rid of already left my team, which is the coach, Fonseca, and we have a new guy. But if I had to pick a player, it would be, what's his name again? Addison Royal.
Yeah, he's been around a while, eh?
No, we only got him this season.
From Tottenham?
Yeah, we got him from Tottenham. We paid about 10 million for him, which was too much. He had a good game on Tuesday,
right?
Ironically, but we have a youth system. We have good young players coming up. Give them young boys a chance. Let's get Edison out.
You want him out. Andre Sukla, anybody you want to get rid of from your team, Inter Milan?
Since I was last, I had enough time to think. There was 2 guys, but since you said one,
yes, that's one.
There's a guy called Asalani.
I don't know.
He is supposed to be this great player that was emerging in Italy. I'm sure you heard of him as well.
He's a young guy?
Yeah, starting to get up there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still young enough. But he's supposed to be, Inter Milan, we're a team on a budget.
Right.
So, they pride themselves on signing these young stars. But this guy just not getting there. Just wasting time on the bench. We can bring somebody else.
Midfield?
Yeah, midfield, yeah. So he needs to go.
All right.
He's one of those guys who's supposed to have potential, but just not going there.
What do you want to ask me?
I want to ask you.
Go ahead, ask me what you want to ask me.
Hit and run, Arsenal.
Arteta. Without a doubt. I say that without hesitation. The coach should go. All right. On that Arteta note, we take a short break. We'll be back. No hesitation. On my mic.
During the weekends, we do like a grill in a come-together like sort of party. It's a community event, so people have to eat and have their bellies full to think a little bit faster when they are playing. You have bragging rights in the hood. I'm like, my guy won the game. The taste of victory.
Every day, we aspire to be better at what we do. Deliver more news more often to more people. We are your news team. reporting on the people, events, and issues that affect your life. TTT News, nightly at 6. TTT News, committed, accurate, relevant.
So you feel bums. Go for that. Kyrie, try your bongs to this. Uptown dancers, we are not done to this. Jump again, jump and shake the ground again. Give with all my fun and them. No place like home. Find sweet feeling, tell me how you feel. Oh Lord, is the yeah. I can't wait to jump up in a bed. I can't wait to mash up in a bed. I can't wait to get on.
Breaking news tonight, women leading the way, shaping the future.
TTT News, first at 6 p.m.
Waya. Welcome back. Of course, off air, we missed it because Barcelona, we have the Barcelona man Marvin still with Carlos trying to explain to us why they will not lose on Sunday. Only time will tell in that Super Cup. But in the meantime, we've gone to Waya, one of the most popular segments. In this segment in Waya, we're going to give you an imaginary situation and ask you for an explanation. And at the same time, some moments of joy. We're going to look at the persons who we felt would have had a Waya moment. These are some of the names you will see there. Amad Diallo for Manchester United. Remember, they were 1-0 up against Liverpool. Then they went 2-1 down. And then Diallo got the goal to make it 2-1. And then Harry Maguire threw away the chance to win the game. All right, no, it's normal. Jude Bellingham, whose team, Real Madrid, would have found themselves 1-0 down playing with 10 men. Came back in the last minute for Jude Bellingham to score the winner for them to win by 2-1. Lewandowski would have scored winners for Barcelona, which would have made some Barcelona fans happy, not only. Lautaro Martinez of Tony. Andre Lemon, Andres Inter Milan won the league in a while. So let's assume that Inter Milan surprised everyone, supposing some of their fans. They would have lost the Champions League just about 2 years ago to Manchester City. 1-0. They go one better. They go on this season and win the Champions League and win Serie A. Anyway, that is the imaginary situation we are giving you, sir. We want you to give us your expression. How would you say Waya? How would your Waya song? How would your joy song?
Well, this is funny because I have this jersey on right now, Lautaro. But let me see if I can do this. Because he's missing a lot these days, Lautaro Martinez.
Right.
So I'll be like, Waya, this man finally scoring a final for Inter and Argentina.
So, all right. Who, anybody you're calling in particular? You have any friends, family you want to call after you win the game?
Gosh, so much people, boy, because it's giving me real talks. I'll probably have a long list of people to call.
Your phone will go
I'll
behind.
probably call this guy. He's
You call him AC Milan. You think he will take your call?
Now he might ignore me, but I'll send him real messages. I'll send him from somebody else's phone.
Send him from somebody else's phone. Right,
Yeah.
exactly so. Exactly so.
Oh, no, I'm a Juventus friends. I'll take it back.
Juventus.
Yeah.
Asan, well, here's your situation. Similar. You go on to win your 8th Champions League title. You have 7. And although I know you say realistically you don't think it might happen, but we're gonna say that you're going to win it. And also, you go on and win. You have a lot of ground to make up, but you go on and you win the Serie A. How would you say Waya, and who would you call first?
Waya! That would be literally because it's so unfathomable.
Yes, understand.
This season, unrealistic.
Yeah.
But I would definitely call my girlfriend first because she gives me a lot of flack.
Which team she supports?
No, she doesn't. She doesn't support anything. But she tells me every time I watch Milan losing.
Oh my goodness me! Oh my goodness!
Right? So,
wow.
babe, we won it all.
Right.
So she'll be the first one.
Why she don't watch it with you?
Yeah, sometimes.
And you lose
sometimes.
still,
But nowadays, I prefer to watch it by myself. I don't even go to the bars. Watch it home by myself.
Okay. And I understand that feeling. It's a feeling I appreciate. I understand fully, totally fully. So, all right, Christian. Anyway, the noise. You have noise in your ears. Yeah. Anyway, all right. So, Christian, Barcelona lose to you on Sunday. That's one. That we take as a given. But you also go on and win the Champions League for the 16th time, and you go on and win La Liga. So basically, you win 3 cups this season, at the expense of Barcelona in the case of 2 of them. I will be in La Liga, and also in terms of this. Let's say your version of Waya.
Definitely, I would give Waya the Jude Bellingham celebration.
You give every Jude Bellingham?
And I do have the Jude Bellingham Real Madrid t-shirt as well, and yet Real Madrid is capable of in that scenario. I think they will be able to put in a great performance.
All right, let me ask Barcelona. I was going to ask Barcelona, but no Barcelona person is here. All right, so forget it. All right, so that dream is done. That dream is over. All right, let's go to the doghouse. Let's go, doghouse. All right. Anybody you want to put in the doghouse? Let's start with you first, Christian. Who would you like to put in the doghouse?
Definitely, I would say Jesus Vallejo, the young centre-back from Madrid as well. Then again, we need a replacement with regards to that position. I know Tchouaméni is there with regards to backing up Rudiger. Rudiger is strong. Tchouaméni, that's not his really default position, he's more CDM. So getting Jesus Vallejo out, getting a world-class centre-back in, it'll really be beneficial.
Isan, anybody you want to put in the doghouse?
I'm putting AC Milan's manager, the owner of AC Milan. I'm putting you in the doghouse.
Why?
Because he is an American owner. So you're going to be able to relate to this a lot. Huh?
Go ahead, sir.
Right?
Go ahead, Isan. I can't wait, sir. Go ahead.
This American owner comes in and buys our club.
Yes.
And doesn't even know how many Champions Leagues we have. He fires Maldini, Paolo Maldini,
yes,
who takes us to Champions League semi-final.
Everybody knows him, yes.
Then he hires this coach. So he's completely out of touch with culture, Italian culture, the relationship between fans and the football club, and how intertwined it is.
Yes.
In Italy especially, fans in Italy get to talk to their players before practice games and everything. So yeah, Jerry Cardinale, sorry to call you out, but you're in the doghouse.
All right, no, good explanation. Andre?
Yes, so there's a guy called Fratesi in Inter Milan. Not a very well-known player, as you can see.
I don't know him.
Everybody's already like, who? There's a reason why. He does nothing for Inter.
Okay.
He was one of those other guys, like the other person I mentioned, that was supposed to be this, but it's just not happening. He doesn't do anything in game. He misses a lot of chances. Inter can't really afford that right now. We're a team on a budget. We need our players to perform.
Where all the money gone?
Well, Inter was actually rich for a very short period.
Check.
No, that's Juventus maybe. But
Okay, all right. Don't be bad talking him up. But go ahead.
Italiano. But anyway, so Inter they actually got some Chinese owners, and they were doing well for 2-3 years.
Chinese?
Yeah. And then the pandemic hit.
Whoa!
And they basically had some rule, basically hampered the
pandemic
finances.
hit?
Yeah.
The Chinese owners
Yeah.
and the pandemic hit.
Yeah, so wait.
Things not looking good.
Yeah,
Things ain't looking good.
so doom and gloom already. So they were rolling in money for 2 seasons. Conte was there, they were buying players, started to win the Scudetto again. And then when the pandemic hit, China passed some rules limiting the financial power Inter Milan had badly. To the point where they had to sell players. They sold Lukaku, Hakimi and all those guys. That's why it was amazing they got to the Champions League final when they did. And still managing to compete in Serie A because financially they are in a rough place. They're doing better now, to be fair. But it changed around their whole transfer policy. And they were signing, free transfers, young players, and, they were doing good. I mean, not all the transfers are hits, as, the guy Fratesi I mentioned, Asellani before. So, that's why Inter in the position they're in. And to be fair, they're doing a good job. A lot of clubs in that situation will probably get relegated by now. Selling those big players, and, they're doing okay. And eventually, I think the debt's cut down to like 30 million right now. It was bigger than that.
Wow.
Over 100. I think 120, I believe. So they did a lot of financial...
So the Chinese are still the owners or not?
No, so they basically defaulted. I can't remember the name of the company right now.
Okay.
So somebody else...
Is that American?
Yeah, I think it's Oaktree, I believe.
Americans taking over everything. Yeah.
So they kind of handling things right now.
Right.
And I believe it's a transitional period until somebody else eventually comes in. But for now, that's the situation right now. Inzaghi, to be fair, is doing a real good job. I mean, he came in after Conte left. Conte left because the money dried up.
Of course.
Which is what he does.
Yes.
So when Inzaghi came in, I was worried for him. And then Inter Milan, I was worried. I thought he would have struggled. But Inter Milan has been doing really well with all those things considered. So like when they make their transfers, it have to be clinical.
Except losing on Tuesday. But
except losing on
that's just what it is. All right. So
I'll have to take that one.
Take that one. Let's see who is in the doghouse. Or the referee. This is the referee from the game. Yes. This is the referee from the game with Real Madrid, who would have sent off Vinicius and did not send off the goalkeeper who started the action by hitting Vinicius. And Vinicius reacted, and Vinicius is the one who was sent off. And the goalkeeper remained on the field. That's the referee from Spain. Not sure if he's from Barcelona, but I don't know who he's from Spain.
Catalan.
All right.
Definitely from Barcelona.
Let's take a short break. We'll be back.
During the weekends, we do like a grill in a come-together like sort of party. It's a community event, so people have to eat and have their bellies full to think a little bit faster when they are playing. You have bragging rights in the hood. I'm like, my guy won the game. The taste of victory.
It's savings and big discounts when you shop at Fens nationwide. Upgrade your home or treat yourself to something special. Enjoy store-wide savings on furniture, appliances, electronics, bedroom and so much more when you shop at Fens of Marbella, Penal and Wrightson Road, Port of Spain. Visit us in-store for more information or call 650-FENS, that's 650-3367. Or check us out on Facebook, Fens of Trinidad and Tobago, serving generations.
There is no need to suffer. You can come down to the Optimal Life Wellness Center where it is safe, it is affordable.
You don't have to take my word for it. You can come down to Optimal Life Wellness Center and see for yourself and experience for yourself what I have experienced. The life I now live is a lot healthier and more fulfilling. These products have actually given me a sense of a future and very, very important.
Hello, I'm Ricardo Kaká, and I'm here to support all the 12 men, and also you support the 12 men. Take care.
Welcome back, welcome back. This is the 12th man here on TTT. Next up is a roll back. We're rolling back the years. For one man, we can't roll back the years too much. Because he didn't want to tell us his age, eh? He 20s. Yeah. Well, about 25, 24, right? Let me ask you, 24, 24?
23. Yeah.
Well, you see, we tell us his age anyway, so don't worry. Okay. All right. Best moment, Christian, for you, best moment as a supporter of Barcelona. What's been your best moment in that short period?
Barcelona, yeah.
Messing with you.
Yeah. My best moment with regards to Real Madrid will definitely be that Cristiano Ronaldo bicycle kick against Juventus in that 2018.
Go ahead.
I mean, he definitely deserved the respect with regards to Juventus fans. I mean, my fellow Italians here, they don't like Juventus as well, even though Ronaldo went to play for Juventus and he made them to be able to reach a certain level they couldn't even reach without him. So definitely Ronaldo here. I mean, he's still going at 39, going to be 40 soon. So, yeah.
Best moment as a Real Madrid fan beating Barcelona.
Wow. What can I say? Definitely, I would say that last Super Cup with regards to, the goals from Vinicius Jr. I know somebody in the back, they can't really take on that.
And in my ears.
I know that they can't take on that, but definitely that was a splendid moment. I know that Barcelona is celebrating that. They're celebrating the 4-0 as well. They can celebrate it.
No, and it was a good win, to be fair to them.
It's a good win, but the Barcelona supporters and the Barcelona players, they celebrate way too much just because scoring against Real Madrid. But Real Madrid, they don't focus on that. Their mentality is even higher to really score and win, but to win trophies.
Your mentality is higher than the Barcelona mentality.
Definitely.
All right, we know that. We know that with pleasure. All right, we know that. Isan, best moment as a supporter of AC Milan?
Well, I would have to say the best moment for me was it would have been in like 2000. I believe it would have been 2010 Champions League. We played Barcelona in the new camp, and Alexander Pato scored the fastest goal in Champions League history at the time. Right, just like beat the entire team, run through and scored. That was one of the best moments of my life. See him score that goal against Barca.
Say it again.
Seeing Alexander Pato score the fastest goal against Barcelona in the Champions League was one of my favorite moments.
All right, yeah. Switch your camera off just now.
Yeah. No, they want to switch the lights off.
Yeah.
All right, but anyway, go ahead, Andre. Go ahead, man. Let Barcelona suffer. Go ahead.
Let's move on now. Let's see. The year Inter Milan won the Champions League, even though the final would be the easy choice.
Yes.
Barcelona were the team that were running things at that point in time.
Again, Barcelona.
I'm not picking up, but they were the
Don't
team.
pick on the truth. Go ahead.
They were running things at the time, and we were not the favorites.
Yes.
Plus, we had a man sent off. Things were looking grim.
Barcelona get a man sent off, or one of all the men sent off?
Yeah.
Okay.
Busquets did a little fairy dive. And,
Sergio the diver.
Right. Mota got sent off. Mota should have known better, but on paper, they should have, at least on paper, the game is not played on paper.
Yes.
But Inter won, and I celebrated that more than the actual final, because I knew if we could have beat that Barcelona team, nobody could stop us in the final. No Bayern Munich was going to stop us at that Bayern Munich at that point in time. Plus, it was equally sweet because I was the only guy in Trotters. Surrounded by hundreds of Barcelona men.
All right. On that note, we end the night. Barcelona losing. It's a trend, and it continues. So, good night. This has been the 12th man here on TTT. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Twelfth Man, brought to you by Coca-Cola.
This is TTT. Live for local.
This one, boy.